From a referee kissing an NBA player to refs ruining an entire championship. These are the 10 times NBA referees went too far.
Mike Brown. Oh, Mike Brown, yeah, he is fired up.
Now that's the way maybe the future of refereeing will be.
Toss it to the ref on a bit. Oh, come on now. Come on now.
And at number 10, the ref literally fouled the player. Joey Crawford finds himself back on this list as one of the more controversial referees in NBA history. This time, it was Game 7 of the 2005 Eastern Conference Finals between the Pistons and the Heat. With just 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter, Damon Jones of the Heat got the ball and tried to pass it. But then Crawford barreled right into him and a foul was called. On Jones' defender? My man was just standing there trying to block the pass as the ref ran Jones over. That's hilarious. But not as hilarious as our next one. Because in 2006, Vince Carter and the New Jersey Nets headed into Toronto to play the Raptors. And during the game, Carter playfully smacked Morris Peterson across the face, to which Peterson responded with a smack back on the back of Carter's head. The result? Peterson got ejected even though he didn't even start the slap contest. The story gets wider when you realize that Peterson and Carter are friends who were just enjoying a playful moment. Sometimes the refs are not only destroying the game but also the fun. But would you believe me if I told you that Michael Jordan's last clutch shot wasn't even supposed to count? It was Game 6 of the 1998 NBA Finals. MJ was about to win his 6th championship. In the final seconds, he hit a game-winning mid-range jumper to give the Bulls an 87-86 lead, win the game and close out the series. But wait a second. What is lost here is that Michael Jordan blatantly pushed off Brian Russell. Had an offensive foul been called, the Bulls would have lost Game 6 86-85 and been forced to play Game 7 in Utah. Considering how much was on the line in terms of his legacy, I'm guessing that Jordan would have led the Bulls to a win. But that amazing final moment of MJ's career wasn't real. It was allowed by the referees. One could say they went too far in this one, but since it was the end of Jordan's career, I guess we can let this one slide. But what we definitely can't let slide is number 7, because in this one, Amir Johnson gets away with double dribbling. But first, I have to ask you to subscribe to this channel, because otherwise I'm gonna score on you with double dribbling and the refs are gonna count it. But seriously, look at this clip. Johnson receives the ball at the top of the key in what seems like a normal possession. He then takes one dribble, picks it up, fakes a jumper and drives to the basket for an easy floater. Pretty simple, right? Wrong. Johnson can be seen laughing his way back down the court as the announcers are baffled a call wasn't made. Come on refs, even I would have called that. But now it's time to move on, because we still have some ridiculous referee moments to go, like getting fouled without any contact, a referee literally gambling, and a called foul for tackling your own teammate. So let's start with the last one. In the 2008 Eastern Conference semifinals, 𝘾𝙤𝙤 played aggressive, so he drove the lane and picked up a hard foul. The fact that it was against his own teammate? It didn't matter on this night. The ref called a foul on him without any validation. What concerns me is that the referee was a mere 10 feet away from the play when he made the call. What exactly was he looking at? Sometimes their calls can just be described as questionable. But at least it wasn't a game-changing decision like our number 5. Because one of the most mysterious games in NBA history was Game 6 of the 2002 Western Conference Finals. If you search NBA Rigged on YouTube, the first 3 videos are about this game. On this night, the Lakers squared off against the Kings. And many people argue that the Kings were the better team. They seemed hungrier and played deeper. In the fourth quarter alone, the Lakers shot 27 free throws to Sacramento's 9. Convicted felon and former referee Tim Donaghy has come out and even claimed that this game was rigged multiple times. And honestly, all of the pieces fit. The Lakers had Kobe and Shaq. They were the big market team with the superstars. Game 7 was incredibly lucrative, and an NBA Finals between two small market teams like Sacramento and New Jersey would have been a fiscal disaster. In conclusion, the refs really went too far in this one. Don't believe me? Judge for yourself. But while the last one possibly decided a whole championship, number 4 is a bit more lighthearted, because this time a referee literally kissed an NBA player. In the 2007 NBA All-Star game, Charles Barkley decided to race the 67-year-old retired referee Dick Bavetta. It was hilarious. The 43-year-old Chuck claimed that the ref didn't stand a chance, but Bavetta remained confident. In the end, Barkley kinda won the race, but that's not even the crazy part. It's what happened afterwards. I don't know if that was intentional or it just happened, but the fact that an NBA player and a referee kissed disrupted the hell out of me. This picture will never get out of my head. But now it's time to move on, because we have reached our top 3 and still haven't covered the phantom fouls and the referee gambling case. So let's start with the 2 craziest fouls in NBA history. First up, we have Joey Crawford seeing things that no one else in the building sees. Honestly, I just let the clip do the talking.
Into this game, okay. Foul away from the ball, Roy. Possibly, yes, it's going to be.
Marcus Camby was said to have fouled Steve Nash even though he was 15 feet away from him. Yeah, we'll just move on to the next clip. Because the second phantom foul had way more impact, as it could have changed the entire course of the 1988 NBA Finals. The Pistons led the Lakers by 1 point in the final moments of Game 6. They fed the ball to Kareem, he posted up Bill Laimbeer and went up for a skyhook. He missed. Game over, Pistons win. The Pistons are the NBA champions. This is what should have happened. What actually happened was this abomination of a foul call. Kareem makes 2 free throws, the Lakers win the game and Game 7 and are the 88 champs. Only they really aren't. If the refs would have gotten a single call right, the Pistons would have won the series. Look at the replay again. I'd love for someone to point out where the foul is. The whole purpose of the skyhook was that nobody could block it. If nobody could get high enough to block it, how could Bill Laimbeer have gotten high enough to foul Kareem? He didn't, because like everyone else, he didn't have the reach. This is probably the only call in NBA history to definitely swing a title, and the refs really went too far in this one. If you are still here, then make sure to watch until the end, because our last one includes a referee illegally gambling and finally being sentenced to prison. Gambling is a mixed blessing for organized sports. While betting by fans increases interest in spectator sports, some gamblers may seek to influence the outcomes of games to win money. A veteran referee, Tim Donaghy, put the integrity of the National Basketball Association at risk by gambling on basketball games, including those in the postseason, and making calls that may have affected games. Finally, Donaghy was sentenced to 15 months in federal prison. While he was looking to make extra bucks on the side, this heavily backfired. He risked the image of the NBA and might have manipulated the entire course of NBA games. This time, the referee really went too far. Sometimes referees surprise us with their random seeming calls, but they aren't the only ones surprising us. Take undrafted NBA players for example. Nobody has them on their radar, but sometimes they develop into great talents and help teams winning a championship. The Miami Heat, for example, reached the NBA Finals in 2023 with 7 active undrafted players in their starting lineup. Now, I'm sure you want to know more about it, so check out this video about the 15 best undrafted players in NBA history. Just click it, I'll see you there.